We lift our drone high in the sky over Farm Road 1185. We first fly over Byron Frederick's piece of Central Texas heaven. And then we see his next door neighbor, the site of the proposed 130 garbage dump. Imagine a tower of trash more than 17 stories tall right next door. Nothing taller in Caldwell County, so you can figure that Mr. Fredericks is not happy.
Very disappointed that with the high hazard dam and the Site 21 reservoir, that the real dangers of that and the dangers to the people living below it, that obviously wasn't even considered.
But we needed our drone to show you something else, something most folks don't ever get to see. It's called Site 21, a simple earthen dam. You can even see the reservoir. It's down now. Homeland Security doesn't want you to know that Site 21 is one of 1,346 high-hazard dams in Texas. It's kind of like a government secret. The government also won't like that we have these maps. They weren't supposed to be made public, but luckily for you, they were. They show you exactly what will happen if this dam breaches. South of the dam, dozens of homes. Frank Shagru has long sounded the alarm.
There's lives at stake, and they're going to allow a permit that puts in a landfill upstream of this high hazard dam.
There are lives at stake, and they're going to allow a permit that puts in a landfill upstream of this high hazard dam? Oh, by the way, that same secret government report, it even can predict how many folks could die if the dam fails. Are you ready? 318.
So how long have you lived here in this neighborhood, sir?
Going on for 10 years. My grandfather built this house from the ground up.
What's really sad is that Felix Christian doesn't even know there's a dam just north of his home. Really?
Are you aware that you're in the flood path if that dam breaches?
No, sir, I'm not.
Maybe no one cares about what happens on Alamo Drive.
And it's kind of ridiculous. It's just the man wants his money, whoever is trying to run the trash, whoever it is. It's not a healthy choice for anybody out here.
Are we still in agreement that it would be appropriate then to issue this permit with the standard operating hours?
Last May, the TCEQ commissioners approved a permit for the 130 landfill. They simply ignored the warnings about this dam, even from their own public watchdog.
OPIC concludes that it's not a compatible land use and recommends that the permit be denied. The proximity of the landfill to the 100-year floodplain and the flood control reservoir unnecessarily increases the likelihood for the washout of waste and contamination of nearby water resources, including the Carrizo-Wilcox Aquifer.
Yet the TCEQ apparently thinks it's just fine to put a big, giant, nasty garbage dump right near a floodplain, on top of an aquifer, right next door to a high-hazard dam. Welcome to Texas.
And I submit to you that recent storm events, not only Hurricane Harvey, but the Memorial Day and Halloween floods in recent years, make it abundantly clear that we're not talking about a theoretical event or circumstance here.
Guess we can at least hope that TCEQ checked the dam again just to make sure it's safe enough to be next to a dump. Let's forget for a moment that dump owner Green Group has a questionable engineering record, has been busted for backroom political deals. Now we have to worry about bureaucratic neglect too. And it's just not fair to Felix and his grandparents.
All that trash and all that, the trucks coming in and out, all that pollution coming in over here, the water's gonna get infected with the trash.
See this small pipe? It is critical to the dam. It helps relieve the water pressure flowing into the reservoir. There is a real fear that dust and garbage from the dump could blow into the pipe, clogging it, putting too much pressure on the dam. Did you know there was an agency in charge of making sure that dams are safe? Guess where it's located? Right in the TCEQ building. But records now prove the TCEQ commissioners never even bothered to ask their own dam safety experts to make sure Site 21 was safe enough for a landfill next door. We know the last inspection of Site 21 was on July 31st, 2014, nearly 4 years ago, long before the landfill permit was approved. That should make you feel safe.
There's no telling what will happen, where we'll go, and what will be the source, the go-to if bad things were to happen. You know, this is all we got.
Funny how they always want to put a dump where people don't have the money to fight. For the folks who live near the dam, it's a dangerous gamble.
You know, it's just bad for everybody if this trash was to come in and just take over. You know, it'll be bad for everybody.
So why are so many politicians in Caldwell County willing to roll the dice with Christian's family? Maybe it's the money the county can make being a dump site for other folks' trash. Tell you what, Felix's family will have a great lawsuit if trash blows into that pipe before a flood. Lots of folks here in Houston could tell you plenty of stories about flooding. Caldwell County knows the history too. The deed for Site 21 was written in 1960. People had died there before. Here at Dolce Fino, we love to say after the fact, we told you so, but not this time. We're not engineers, but we can read. Is this really the place for a giant tower of trash? Wait till you hear what we've discovered next. Stay tuned.